Faithful steps, quiet miracles. Life is rarely transformed in sudden leaps. More often, change comes quietly, almost unnoticed through small, faithful steps. A whispered prayer before sunrise. A decision to try again after disappointment. A simple act of obedience when no one is watching. These moments may seem ordinary, yet this is often how God builds something extraordinary. His work is not always dramatic. It is daily, steady, intentional. While the world looks for breakthroughs and headlines, God often moves through consistency, through hearts that keep showing up, through hands that keep trusting, through souls that choose obedience even when the results are not immediate. Little by little, surrender shapes a life. When the heart stays anchored in the Word, fear slowly loses its voice. When the mind is filled with truth, confusion begins to clear. The need to control every outcome softens, and trust takes its place. Instead of striving to force doors open, the soul learns to walk step by step with God. And that is where peace begins. Scripture reminds us that even the smallest details of our journey are not random or overlooked. Psalm 37, verse 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. Not just the major decisions, not just the life-changing moments. The steps, each ordinary step, every quiet act of faithfulness, ordered, guided, watched over with delight. God is not merely present at the destination. He is involved in the process. He directs. He steadies. He prepares the ground ahead long before we arrive. What feels small to us is often sacred to Him, because God values faithfulness more than flash. The world celebrates big beginnings, but heaven celebrates steady obedience. God does not rush the work. He builds carefully, layer upon layer, shaping character before success, depth before visibility. Nothing done in faith is ever wasted. Even what seems insignificant carries eternal weight. Zechariah 4, verse 10. For who has despised the day of small things? For these 7 rejoice to see the plumb line in the hand of Zerubbabel. They are the eyes of the Lord, which scan to and fro throughout the whole earth. The day of small things matters to God. The email sent, the call made, the prayer prayed, the decision to begin again after failure. These are not minor details in His sight. They are building blocks. While we measure size, He measures faith. While we count results, He counts obedience. So often we want the full picture before we move. We want guarantees before we act. But faith doesn't operate on complete visibility. It operates on trust. It says, Lord, if you say step, I will step. Faith is not a feeling. It is action. It rises. It walks. It obeys. The New Testament makes this clear. Hebrews 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he who comes to God must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. He is a rewarder, not a perfection, not a performance, but of those who seek Him, those who keep going, those who keep trusting, those who take the next step even when the path ahead is still unfolding. God does not demand that the entire vision be visible. He simply asks for the next act of obedience. Pray, listen, trust, step forward, and then do it again tomorrow. Because while you move faithfully in the small things, God is working in the unseen things. While you take one simple step, He prepares a future far greater than you could design yourself. This is how He works, quietly, steadily, faithfully, step by step, day by day, grace upon grace. And as you walk, you will discover that every small act of obedience was never small at all. They were miracles in progress. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.